else. I'm back. Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about what happened after the whole Facebook incident. Okay, so I found out he was talking to that girl, Claudia, and the whole broken foot thing was already, I had found out he lacked compassion for another human being. I found out he would never take care of me. And that was even more of a big eye-opener. Like I said, the cheating part, yeah, that broke me. Yeah, that hurt me. But like I said in my previous videos, once, I don't know what happened when I introduced him to that guy, that all of a sudden my heart wasn't broken, but whatever. So I'm not letting go this whole chick from Facebook, right? And, like I said, she added me as a friend, and she was all up in my grind. Like, you have no idea. Like, I could tell she was trying to find her little loophole. Like, you can tell. I think that when you've been cheated on, you learn how to read signals right after that. So, after that, then his accusations began, like, crazy accusations. Like, I'm telling you, I couldn't go anywhere without being questioned. It was just, I would literally sleep with one eye open and one eye closed. Like, I remember this particular time, my phone went off, like, at 2 o'clock in the morning, and he sat up, and he was like, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. And I'm like, it wasn't a text, dude. It was an email that came in. No. Let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. So, and I mean, he woke me up. I kind of heard it, but he heard it. Like, it was like an alarm clock to him. So, I said, no, I'm not going to show you my phone. And then that just triggered him to just go crazy. So I just said, here, dude, go for it. Like, here. So he went through the text, and he was like, you fucking deleted it. You fucking deleted it. I'm like, look at the time right now. Now go into the emails and look for yourself. So he did. And something like clicked. I remember he got my phone and he threw it up against the wall. And I had the iPhone 4, and we all know that was like freaking made out of steel. And it was hilarious because it went like in the wall like a cell phone holder. Like, it was just there like this. And I started cracking up. Like, I started cracking up because I thought it was like so ridiculous. But anyways, so he would accuse me every single day of cheating, every minute. I mean, to him now, I was a whore, a slut, this and that. And I started, I'm not going to say it broke my heart, because it didn't break my heart. My heart had already been broken. Like, but this was like a new low for me. Like, it was now the mental control. Like, now before I would answer any question, I would like, okay, if I say this, he's gonna turn it into this. Like, you know how there's people that can accept the truth, but then there's people that can't accept the truth, so you have to sprinkle glitter and edible candy sprinkles and happy juice on it just so they could digest it better. Those were the kind of truths I would tell him, which are half-assed truths / lies. Because I didn't know how to talk to him anymore. It was redunculous. Like, he was like a sick, jealous monster. So then, now I would have like anxiety attacks before I would get home, because I'd be like, oh shit, now what? I mean, it was horrible. It was the way he would look at me now. It was like he would look at me with like, just like I disgusted him some way. And I'm like, dude, you're the guy who cheated. You're the guy who stepped out on his marriage. You're the guy that did all this funkiness. But now I'm the one that's being blamed and accused just because you saw some dude from the gym at Winter Schnitzel when I was at Golden Spoon. Like, dude, you're crazy. We went grocery shopping one time. And where the hell? It was at Food for Less in Rialto. And their registers, like their little conveyor thing to bag your stuff, if there's someone else in line, you know, yours goes one way and the other person goes another. Well, in front of us was like this guy that I had seen at the gym before. And I'm bagging my stuff and I'm bagging everything. So I'm like, oh my God, this is like my freaking golden opportunity to make, you know, my ex-husband look like an asshole. So as my husband is approaching me, he looks at the guy. And I think he recognizes that he goes to the gym as well. So I look at the guy from the gym. I have no idea who he was. And I go, oh, so am I fucking you too? And he was like, huh? And then I look at my husband. I go, oh, I must be fucking him too, right? Since we're in the same place at the same time. And I mean, we're obviously bagging our shit together. So yeah, I must be fucking him too, right? And my ex-husband just was like looking down. Because he was a pussy when there was other guys around. But he was a total, like, macho, oh, you stupid whore, to me. He was, like, such a pussy when it came to guys. So I looked at the guy, and I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I had to. And he was just like, oh, shit, let me get my groceries and get the fuck out of here. But it was kind of, like, to prove a point that just because there's people that attend your church or your gym or wherever, or even where you work, and you happen to see them somewhere, it doesn't mean you're fucking them. It just means, you know, it's a coincidence that they're there at the same time. So I did that, and then when I got to the car, of course, I got told off. And then, so I have to get back to the pussy part when guys are around, because, okay, so my ex-husband is Mexican, okay? So one day, we went to go eat, and of course this is when I was his arm candy. You know how in the first video, you know, I was like latest trends, blah blah blah, like I was literally his little trophy wife. So I'm wearing this nice little black dress and high heels, because God forbid I wore flats or sandals or tennis shoes around him when we went out. Like, I had to be decked out. And we're at the store, and there's this like display of fried chicken. Then these two guys are standing next to us, and I know they weren't talking about the chicken. So in Spanish, because I can understand it, they were saying something like, oh my God, look at those little yummy legs. Wouldn't you like to bite into them? Oh my gosh, look at those thighs on that little chick. Oh my God, just imagine nibbling on one of those breasts. Oh my, and okay, the way they were talking about the chicken, you knew it was completely directed towards me. Like, it was so disgusting. Like, it was like, oh my God, why wouldn't I love to nibble on those breasts and her thighs. Not her thighs. Look at the chick's thighs. Aren't they nice and little muscular? And imagine those legs. And I was just like, okay, this is gross. He didn't say a word, okay? And this is all in Spanish. And as we walked away, I go, you know they weren't talking about a chicken, right? And he was like, I know they were fucking talking about you. Why the fuck would you wear that? And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm wearing this because you fucking told me to wear this, dick. But it was just like that, like, you know, like, I know for a fact now that if somebody was to say that and Tasso was there, he would be like, dude, like, what the hell, you know, like, why are you being disrespectful? Like, Tasso's not aggressive, but he will put people in their place in a very amazing, gentlemanly manner, which is cool, you know? But my ex was like a fucking pussy. Like me, his anger was always directed towards me because he knew that I would either just stay quiet or, you know, just blow it off or whatever. I've never been really confrontational. So, and this is almost towards the end, and I'm talking like this is towards the end of me filing for my divorce and moving out. Now, when I left and moved out, filed for my divorce, all his lies started to come out then. Like what I'm telling you now is stuff that I knew because I was there. I lived it. I saw it. I felt it. I inhaled it. I digested it. The other stuff that came out after were like bonus points. Like I was like, oh my God, like this guy is like he has this double life, triple life, double personality. He's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like, who was I married to? Like, who is this? Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this in a two-parter because this story is when I hit rock bottom emotionally. I'm not heartbroken. Now I'm not heartbroken. Now I'm legit an abused wife. Mentally, emotionally, and physically. I got to the point where I wanted to die. Not of a broken heart, but I was like, there's no point. Like, there's no fucking point in fixing this. Like, this is beyond repair. He didn't respect his wife. He didn't respect, you know, my parents' daughter. He sure as hell is never going to respect my children's mom. And again, right now, because I've been mentally abused so much, right now I'm thinking still that there's no life after him. Like, if I file for divorce, there is no life after him. He convinced me that I would never find somebody to love me genuinely. He convinced me that I could never love anybody. He convinced me that monetarily, financially, I could never do anything without him, that everything we had was because of him, when in reality, everything we had, and to those who have commented that I should not have asked for a divorce settlement, how dare you? How dare you? You don't understand. When I bring out all the lies, then you're gonna, and I hope to get an apology, because I was not fighting for anything that did not belong to me, okay? At one point, I held us both together, okay? I worked just as hard, I fought just as hard, and I gave it my 1,000. While this motherfucker was giving it his, like, 5%, if that, I was giving it in my marriage financially, emotionally, and all that jazz 1,000%. So, I mean, it doesn't upset me that you guys think that I fought for something that wasn't mine, but you don't know my story, and this is why I'm telling it. So you can understand why I was like, no. Like, you know, I wouldn't, like, if I was fighting for something that was, like, totally off whack, like his parents' home, then yeah, by all means, tell me off. Like, what the hell? I literally did not fight for anything that I didn't help build, or that it wasn't because of me that it happened. Because when I left the home and he stayed in the home, he automatically thought that everything was his, because he's a dumbass like that. So I'm going to go to part 2 now, because this is when I was going to kill him.